Hello everyone, welcome to your greatest YouTuber going to be. So today's story is regarding a story which was very inspirational, and it is written by a historian, um, a linguist expert, and it was basically shared many centuries back. So today I actually thought that it might be a good idea to share it. I know that the picture which is coming in the front is a bit boring, but I actually thought that it would be a better process if I can talk and put my story through. And this is how I wrote it down. I mean, if you see it, you won't be able to understand. It's very difficult sort of joining writing. So I'll be moving right and then left regarding that. The whole point of the story today is obviously, as you know, that I do videos on different topics. This topic is very close to me because it teaches you a lot of patience and it teaches you a lot of inspiration and what shall we be looking in the world. So the story is actually called A Brick of Gold. So this story was written in the 6th century. So you can see how old it is. So yeah, it has come from the books, and it was the Persian Empire where it was written. And the person actually says that when he starts that with the brick of gold, that a person was just walking around going here and there, and he found a gold brick from somewhere. And obviously, gold brick at that time was very, useful. It could earn you a lot of benefits, and the fiscal benefits of this brick actually completely blinded him. And blinded him means that he was thinking about it all the time. So he was thinking that, he was, I'm gonna do this, I'm going to make a big mansion, and there'll be marbles, there'll be some special marble, special decorative rock. Then he dreamed of having servants and cooks, and then he thought about amazing food and dishes. And of course, he decided to buy really expensive clothes. And nowadays, we would do the same, obviously, buy branded clothes or something like that. So, this thought of getting the golden brick that he got made him completely insane. So, there was a time when he was like, he couldn't eat anything because he was always idolizing that from this brick I'm going to sell it, what can I do with it? So he forgot about eating, drinking properly, everything. um Early morning, when he woke up the next day, he thought, okay, right, let's go to the jungle, just walk around a bit, do some exercise. So while passing by the jungle, he passed by a person who was covering a grave with the clay, and he was laying bricks around it. So it was actually a grave, and he was laying bricks around the side of it. And when the person saw it, because he was just walking around the jungle, and the person, or whether he was an undertaker or he was someone who had made a grave, and he was just sort of on the sides, he was just making a brick wall. So the point is, he started realizing, and somewhere, somehow, when he saw that grave down there, he actually started thinking. He woke up from his consciousness, and then he actually realized that, you know he got really insane. he got very greedy because of the brick that he got. So he actually realized that what will happen to me when I die, and people might do this to me as well. Just make my graves, you know, put just put the bricks around the grave, and all the idea of big mansions, expensive dresses, and clothing it finishes, and all those expensive cuisines and food, from different parts of the world, we all are thinking about it, just goes to waste. So then was the point. So then was actually the point when he actually realized that it is very hard for me to keep this gold brick or love it wholeheartedly. So what he did was he just threw that gold brick and started and carried on walking, and he went back and started a normal life. So the point here is that it's not bad to dream about big plans, but you just have to see somewhere that you don't cross that area, or you don't cross that limit of greediness. So, as I stated, this story was written in 606. So, yeah, it's one of the most inspirational stories. It's written by Sheikh Saadi, which was one of um, he's a part of Persian history, and he wrote a lot of books, and two of his books became really famous. One was called Gulistan, the other was called Bostan. So this is actually a story from, I think, Gulistan. So I'll keep on sharing these mindful stories as well, because somewhere, somehow, it might connect to someone, and if someone can hear my voice, they can actually relate it to something that they are going through, or if there is anything, this is the time to sort of start thinking that being normal is okay. And if you are too much into the greed of the world, then the basic idea of living a handsome life finishes. So, I'll catch back in the next story then. Bye. Do keep on liking my videos, or do a like, or this, do a like, yeah, or a dislike, or keep on subscribing to my channel, and I'll carry on from there. Be safe in this COVID-19 crisis, and eat healthy, sleep healthy, and we'll talk later. Bye.